Hi, my name is Sid. Welcome to Civilization 4. In this tutorial, you will learn the basics of the game. While there are many complex concepts in this game, the objective is simple. Create and maintain an empire which will stand the test of time. You will guide your empire as it learns to hunt and gather. Your people will learn religion and develop new ways to govern themselves. You will compete against other civilizations to expand territory and learn new technological secrets. In time, other civilizations may fall to your wrath or wit, or you to theirs. There are many ways to achieve victory, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's begin with the first turn of play. You will begin each game with a settler unit. Click on the settler by placing the cursor over the settler and pressing this unit is now activated and ready to be given orders. You can tell when a unit is selected because their unit flag will glow. I have moved the camera into the fog of war, the darkness covering each new and unexplored world. Press C to center the camera on the selected unit. The settler has one purpose, to build your city. Choosing the best location to build your city is the key to its prosperity. For now, I will recommend where to build your city with this blue circle. Move your settler to the blue circle by clicking on the circle. Congratulations! You have successfully moved your settler unit. Cities are the building blocks of your empire. To have your settler unit found a city, click on the Build City button in the user options across the bottom. The primary role of a city is to produce units and buildings. Let's get you familiar with building units. At this stage of the game, you need to defend your empire from wild animals, barbarians, and other civilizations. So a warrior is the weakest military unit in Civ. They can only move 1 square per turn and have an attack power of 2. Eventually, you will gain access to more powerful units, but for now, select the warrior from the Build menu. You have completed all the moves available to you this turn. If you are unfamiliar with turn-based games, think of this in terms of a board game. The units you control can move once per turn. When you finish your turn, the other players begin theirs. Click the flashing red button to end your turn, or press the Enter key on your keyboard. Congratulations! You have successfully completed your first turn. As you can see, the calendar on the top right advanced from 4000 BC to 3960 BC. You have 2 more turns until your warrior unit will finish building. End your turn twice more. End your turn once more. Well done! You now have a warrior unit to defend your nation. Since you have finished building the warrior unit, your city needs to know what it should build next. Exploration of the surrounding terrain is your next order of business. So let's construct a scout unit. Scout units move 2 squares per turn, but are unable to attack enemies. Build a scout unit. There appears to be a marauding lion unit on the outskirts of Rome. Wild animals and barbarians will often attack defenseless units, such as settler units and worker units. Take an aggressive stance in defending your cities, and move your warrior unit east towards the lion. Your warrior unit has moved as far as he can in 1 turn. Pointing the mouse at a unit will display its statistics in the bottom left corner. The number next to this symbol shows how many squares the unit can move per turn. Since your warrior unit has gone as far as it can go, end your turn. Notice the lion and your warrior both have a combat strength of 2. If you point your mouse cursor at a unit and look at the pop-up help, the unit's combat strength is indicated by a symbol. Combat strength tells you how strong your unit is compared to other units. The time for battle is upon us. To attack the lion unit, move your warrior unit into the lion's square. You have beaten the lion unit. Great job. Move your warrior back to your city to defend it.
𝗲𝗲𝗰𝗸𝗺. 𝗲𝗲𝗰𝗸𝗺. 𝗲𝗲𝗰𝗸𝗺.
If an enemy unit moves into an unprotected city, they automatically capture it. When a player loses all of their cities, they lose the game. The Fortify order tells your unit to stay where it is and repel all attacks. The unit will remain fortified until you give it new orders. A fortified unit gains a 5% defensive bonus for each turn it remains fortified, up to a maximum of 25% after 5 turns. Activate your warrior unit located in Rome and click the Fortify button. Please end your turn. You have completed training a scout to explore the surrounding wilderness.
Stipendia facimus.
We have built enough units for now. Let's move on to buildings. The first building you are going to construct is an obelisk. An obelisk increases the amount of culture a city produces. I will explain culture after the obelisk is finished. Exploration brings many gifts: knowledge of the lands, locations of your competitors, and the very useful tribal village. Tribal villages may be friendly or hostile. Friendly tribal villages provide you with gold, units, technology, or knowledge of the surrounding lands. Hostile villages spawn barbarians who attack everything around them. One of the advantages of the scout is any tribal village it encounters will always be friendly. Move the scout to the tribal village to the west. Since the tribal village is farther away than the scout can move in one turn, you can use the Go To button to send it on its way. The Go To button will order a unit to move to a specific location, even if it takes more than one turn. Click the Go To button, or press G, and then click on the tribal village. Continue to end your turn until your scout arrives at the tribal village. The tribal village provided a map of the surrounding area. There is another tribal village to the north. Use the Go To button to move to the other tribal village. Continue to end your turn until your scout arrives at the tribal village. This tribal village gave you gold. Gold can be used to pay for the upkeep of buildings and units, or to research new technologies. I will explain how in a bit. As you move your units around the map, they will push back the darkness to reveal the newly explored terrain. Knowledge of the surrounding terrain will assist with the expansion of your kingdom. Feel free to explore the map with your scout.
𝗲𝗲𝗰𝗸𝗺.
You have completed your obelisk and increased the amount of culture your city produces. Each of your cities has a colored area representing the borders of your nation. This border shows how far your city's influence reaches. As your city's culture increases, your borders will expand. Currently, Rome produces 3 culture per turn. When Rome's total culture is greater than 10, its borders will expand. This will occur in 4 turns. Rome's borders will expand further when its culture reaches 100, 1,000, 10,000, and so on. Since your obelisk is constructed, let's build a unit to improve the land around your city. This is the function of the worker unit. Build a worker. The following lesson is one of the more important in this tutorial. I will explain how a city uses the land surrounding it. Notice there is a number next to the city's name. This represents the city's population. Rome's current population is 1. Each tile surrounding the city can provide food, production, and/or gold. Since our population is 1, only 1 tile can be harvested. Tiles being harvested are represented by the little hut on them. Changing what tile is being harvested is done through the city screen. To open the city screen, double-click on the city. Let's look at the 10 different components of the city screen. Growth and production. The top bar will show you how many turns it will take for your city to gain another point of population, while the bottom bar will show you how many turns it will take to finish constructing your current units or building. Treasury. This area will be explained later in the tutorial. Building list. This list shows all of the buildings in the city and what they produce. Resource list. This area lists all resources the city has available to it. Resources will be explained later. Culture bar. This bar shows how much culture this city is producing each term. Production list. This area allows you to change what units or buildings the city is constructing. Click on a unit or building to put it into the production queue. Production queue. This area shows what units and buildings are queued to be built in this city. Click on an item in the queue to remove it from the list. Specialist manager. This area allows you to remove population from harvesting tiles and make them specialists. Specialists focus on one aspect of a city's output, such as production or research. Tile manager. This section displays the tiles around the city. The white circles indicate which tiles are being harvested. Clicking on an unworked tile will cause the city to move a population to work that tile, if automation is turned off. City governor. This area allows you to turn on or off the tile manager. If the tile manager is turned off, the city will no longer automatically change which tiles it works. This area also allows you to order the tile manager to work tiles to emphasize production, food, or gold. Click Enter to exit the city screen. While we wait for your worker to finish building, explore the world with your scout.
Quod expectas?